Hello to all my lovely nerds and nerdettes of the interwebs. My name is Brian, and this is God Save the Nerds, your source for all things nerd news. So, Titanfall 2. This game has been getting pretty crazy news all around the web lately, and it's just adding to the mix when Bethesda is releasing more and more trailers revolving around this game. They've recently released a trailer expressing their new Legion Titan, which is going to be part of the new Titan roster on Titanfall 2 here. It is looking amazing. Now, just to kind of give you guys an idea of the logistics of this Titan here, its primary weapon is a fucking minigun of all fucking things. So, you can't go wrong with a minigun, can ya? Absolutely not is the fucking answer. And its smart core ability allows for a lock-on at range. And this Titan is just fucking broken. It's ridiculous. Like, it's literally an aimbot for everything that's beyond a certain yardage. If it's in the distance, it's going to be shot. That's pretty much the answer there. Now, on top of this, we have the second ability for the Titan called Power Shot, which basically does exactly what the name implies. It powers up your bullets so that they do more damage. So not only are you able to lock onto things at a range, you're able to hit them a lot harder than usual. So this Titan is fucking deadly. So yeah, that's going to be one hell of a balancing issue for Bethesda going forward, I'm thinking. And I'm thinking this is going to be a lot of the Titan that we see going forward. Now, on top of the crazy-ass minigun this fucking thing is carrying around, it also has a gun shield, which basically forms around the tip of the minigun barrel that protects you from frontal attacks. So not only do you have a minigun that packs a fucking punch, you also have a shield that defends the fuck out of you when you get into trouble. So needless to say, this Titan is again going to be a fucking beast. Like, this thing is ridiculous. And yeah, just looking at it from the concept art and, the promotional pictures that Bethesda's released, it looks insane too. So needless to say, look forward to seeing a lot of players with this new Titan. And yeah, definitely go ahead and check out Titanfall 2 when it releases on October 28th of this year. Now, the systems that are going to be getting this thing are the Xbox One, the PC, and the PS4. So yeah, go ahead and check it out, guys, and let's go ahead and segue on into our second story of the day. And that is Jackie Chan, the man, the myth, the legend. He's going to be receiving a Lifetime Achievement Award. And that's well-deserved, if you ask me. The Academy of Motion Pictures announced recently that Jackie Chan will be getting a Lifetime Achievement Award come the Oscars. So, he's definitely going to be way up there at the tippy top at the end of the show, when everything goes down. Now, Jackie is going to be honored alongside 3 other people in the film industry. Like, for example, we have an editor and a casting director in there to also get a Lifetime Achievement Award. So he's definitely not alone in what he's doing for the industry. Now, Jackie has starred in dozens of movies over the years, as we have all come to know. And he started acting when he was young as 8 years old. So, the man's been doing quite a bit. And his breakout film here in the United States was, of course, Rush Hour with Chris Tucker. So, yeah, he's been doing absolutely gangbusters as far as, starring in movies and just doing all kinds of crazy shit. And he's now 62 years old, and he is still making films. So he has yet to retire, and he's just plugging along, breaking necks, cracking skulls, breaking shins. And, the man's just putting in a whole shit ton of work, and frankly, I admire the guy. Jackie Chan is an absolutely wonderful actor, and he's a really cool guy. He's very chill, when he's not on set, and he seems like a really fun guy to work with. So, yeah, that's definitely worth the wait, and Jackie Chan, congratulations, man. You certainly have earned your award here. And just keep putting forth that crazy effort that you're known to do, and just keep producing more and more quality content, just like we do over here at the channel. So, yeah, keep doing what you're doing, Jackie. We all love you, and we're interested to see what more you do. Now, with that said, let's move on over to some other movie news here. Oh my god. So, this next story is one hell of a tale here. Fox Studios has done fucked up. That's needless to say what's going on here with the premise of this story. Now, according to my source here, Fox refused to pay Deadpool writers to be on the set during filming. So, needless to say, it's like, what? Did you really expect this movie not to do that well? Not to do well enough to where you couldn't pay people to be on set? Like, what the fuck? That's insane, especially when they're writers. Writers are super important to, the scripting process, and basically they're the reason why a script is a script. And if you don't have them participating within your creative process, you're basically cutting out, essentially the heart of your team. So, Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick were the writers here who Fox was denying pay, and they worked on this project, with Deadpool since day one. So they had been there since the conception of the idea for this movie. So for Fox to deny them their due pay is fucking ridiculous. Yeah, sure. I mean, you paid them for being writers, but come on now, they're kind of essential to be on set. It's not uncommon to see writers on set during filming of other movies, and, the reason why they're there is for usually last-minute script edits, which makes, complete and utter sense, really. Why would you not have a writer there when you're wanting to change something immediately? So, for Fox to deny these men their fucking due diligence, or not their due diligence, but their due pay, is fucking crazy. It's just ridiculous. Now, I gotta say it here, man. Ryan Reynolds is a fucking amazing man. He's a great guy, very chill, and he was Deadpool within the movie and made an awesome performance. Now, he came to the rescue like the good hero that he is, and actually paid the men out of his own pocket to keep them on set to do their job. So Fox couldn't pay them, so Ryan Reynolds stepped up to the plate and paid them out of his own fucking pocket. So, yeah, that is fucking awesome of him. And Ryan Reynolds, you get the stamp of approval in my book, man. That is fucking amazing, and, that's awesome, really. And the kicker here is that once the movie had debuted, the writers were compensated for their service. So they were paid after the fact. So what in the fuck is Fox's deal? Were they so worried about this movie not making enough money, they didn't want to pay people? They were just like, we can't do it, because if we do pay you and this money flops, then we lose even more money in the process, and that's fucking ridiculous. Why are you going to hire people to do a job for you and then not compensate them for their work? I mean, that seems kind of counterproductive, doesn't it? It's just ridiculous. So, I mean, Fox, you done fucked up, and you really should be paying your people, especially when it fucking counts. I know you were having a lot of reservations regarding Deadpool and just what was going on with the movie, but that's no fucking excuse not to pay your people. And, come on now, it's fucking Deadpool, for Christ's sakes, so of course this movie was going to do well. And, lo and behold, it did. So, God, I'm just glad these writers managed to get their due compensation here. But I'm sad that it had to be after the fact versus, right then and there in the moment. So, yeah, Fox, you done fucked up, and you better change your fucking tune. That's ridiculous. Now, the last story here, guys, we've got is a bit of an interesting one here. Now, for those of you who are fans of the show Mythbusters, I'm sure you guys all remember the B Team, Grant, Tori, and Kari. Now, it was announced at DragonCon this year that Grant, Tori, and Kari are in fact returning to TV full-fledged, instead of doing the bit parts that they've been doing sporadically throughout the years here since the end of Mythbusters. And they're going to be returning to their own new show on Netflix called The White Rabbit Project. So this is going to be an interesting one here. So basically, this show is going to be airing on December 9th of this year. And the show had begun production in May, so they've been doing this for quite a while. And Dragon Con was fairly recent. Now, it's going to be similar to Mythbusters they had quoted at their... they had been quoted saying at the panel they were at. And, yeah, they said it's going to be similar to Mythbusters, but different. So I don't know if that means different concepts are going to be done, different experiments are going to be conducted, or just... the overall format of the show. So there's, it kind of bugs me here. Like, is it going to be too similar to Mythbusters here? Or are they actually going to put their own little spin on this thing to make it unique and their own? So yeah, that's kind of the thing with Netflix shows though. They're kind of up in the air and you can't really tell what's going to happen until they actually, debut, because things like that tend to be, very hush-hush. Now, the kicker here, again, is this show is going to be produced by Beyond Productions, who also produced Mythbusters. So that also is another reason why this show is going to be similar to Mythbusters, but again, different. So I don't know how different it's going to be, but I will for sure be keeping up with this one here, because I think... I think the show is going to have a lot of good promise and a lot of stuff going on for it. But, I'm interested to see just how different they make this thing and, how hard they try to make this thing not a Mythbusters ripoff. So, again, Grant, Tori, and Kari, it's great to see you back to the screen. But, I hate that I gotta wait till December to finally make it happen. So yeah, if I see any more news regarding this, guys, I'll be sure to go ahead and keep you up to date. And that is the end of the show. So I really hope you guys enjoyed tuning into me here today. And be sure to go ahead and check out my other videos on the channel. And I'll be making up a playlist rather, so you guys can go ahead and view them back to back. And also, be sure to go ahead and send me some comments here on the video and like this. If you want to see more content like this. And on top of that, be sure to also check me out on Twitch. I Twitch every day at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I'm usually playing Hearthstone for the most part. So that's something to look forward to, I would imagine. So yeah, go ahead and check me out, guys. And I'm looking forward to putting things on for you next week, when I bring to you yet another episode of God Save the Nerds. So, my name is Brian, this has been God Save the Nerds, and I'm signing out until next week.